Okay, good morning, everybody. So let's get started. So I want to continue with our November challenges today, and I'll explain to you what I want to see us do today. But before I do, there's a couple things that we are going to focus on. One is I want to move us to, when we do some exercises, I want them to be mindful, meaning I want you to get a feeling of how's your body feel as you do the exercises, not so much how many you did. In October, the challenge was quantity. Now we're going to look at quality and how it feels. So we're going to move our attention, our awareness to this feeling of what's going on in the body. It's all mindful. Okay, we'll use the Borg scale as well if you remember what we're doing. But over and above that, I definitely want to go ahead and focus, probably from here on out, in that Bahira point, that choice point. And remember what that was? We're in a Bahira point when we sense a struggle between what we know is right and what we want to do. Okay, so that'll come into effect in so many things in your life. So what we're going to do is we're just going to practice it during this exercise, during gym class. Okay, so let's get after it. So here's what I want to do. We are going to do our fitness, we'll do some yoga, and if we have time, we'll finish with a mindfulness sit. Okay, all the time we're going to go ahead and think about that Bahira point and feel what our body's feeling and see if we can get to that point where we're going to make a choice. Do I continue? Do I not continue? Do I slow down? Do I not? And right at that point where it's somewhat hard, that's where it's going to be the Bahira point. When it's easy, it's real easy to go ahead and there's not really a Bahira point. If it's too hard, you really don't get the challenge of it. I don't want you to get to that point because that too hard is just not good for your body. It's just not. Maybe occasionally to go do a 40-yard sprint or something like that, but you don't keep it up for any length of time. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do 3 sets of Tabata, and we're going to do set 1 is just going to be an easy warm-up set, and then set 2 we're going to go after it. It'll be more time to do each exercises, and set 3 will just be an easy kind of cool down. Okay, got it? So let's get started. There's going to be 4 exercises in each set, okay, and we'll repeat those exercises. And we won't have a whole lot of rest time in between, okay? Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to start with the plank, and this will just be really easy. The first set is going to be easy, very, very easy time. We'll just go 30 seconds. Let's wait until it gets to 3:30. Okay, then we'll move right into, I'll tell you about that in a second. All right, let's get up to a plank. Let's get on your elbows. Okay, we're just going to hold this for 30 seconds. Then we're going to go to a sumo sit. We'll do a core exercise, a V-sit for 30 seconds, and then a mountain climber for 30. That'll be our warm-up. Okay, so let's go right into a sumo sit for 45 seconds. Go into a sumo sit. And we're not going to rest in between because it's not really hard. And then from here, we'll go right into a V-sit for 30 seconds. Another 15, another 10. Okay, let's go right into a core exercise where we go ahead and do a V-sit. So get down on the mat, get your legs up. We're going to just hold this for 30 seconds. And then we'll end it with a little cardio. Let's go ahead and do, I think we said 30 seconds of a mountain climber. And then we'll really kick it in gear the second set. Okay, let's stop there. Okay, I would neglected to do a warm-up, so let's just go ahead and, that was kind of a, let's do a quick warm-up. That was really kind of an active warm-up, which is fine. Okay, just stretch up to a mountain pose. Down to your toes. Let's do one of the sun salutations. Okay, let's get into a chair pose. Touch your toes. Let's go into a lunge. Put one of your legs forward. And then sit back. That's good. Then we're going to go into our plank. Lower yourself slowly to the mat. And go into cobra. Okay, go back down to the mat. And then bring your other leg forward that you didn't have forward. Knee on the ground. Stretch out your hip flexor. So this will be part of our yoga as well. Okay, then let's go into downward facing dog. You can bend your legs and then straighten. Bend, stretch out your Achilles. Try to get your heels to the ground. And come on up. Touch your toes. Okay, reach up. All right, so let's go ahead and let's really do it. So what I have written down here is I want to do a plank for 1 minute and 20 seconds. So let's get after it right at 8:00 and go. So we're going to hold that for 1 minute and 20. And then we'll do a really long sumo sit for 1 minute and 40 if we can do that. All right, so now this is where we start to feel that Bahira point. Not just yet. I think that once we get to about 1 minute, I'll really start to feel it. And if you can't do the whole 1 minute and 20, that's fine. So you do 1 minute and 10, whatever you do, that's fine. But what I want you to do is I want you to remember that. That mindful feeling of what the exercise is like. What is it like when you have that feeling of the Bahira point? So I'm starting to feel it right now at 1 minute. It's starting to get a little bit uncomfortable. That's okay. Discomfort's okay, pain is not. All right, let's go right into a sumo sit for 1 minute and 40 seconds. So get into a sumo sit, and we're going to do this till it hits 11:00. That's 1 minute and 40. So either get on a wall. Now again, if you can't do it for the whole 1 minute and 40, I think that's what I have. Yes, that's my goal for you. 1 minute and 40. So we're going to go to 11:00. All right, let me just hide it. And I'll show you in a little bit. See if you can get to a 90 degree. And remember, discomfort, good or okay. Pain, no good, stop. Got 1 minute left. can do it. But if you can't do it, that's fine. Think about that Behira point. Okay, 30 seconds. Coming on 15, you can do it. All right, then we're gonna move to, let's go with a V-sit for 1 minute and 15 seconds. Immediately afterwards, okay? So ready, 3, 2, 1, hopefully you did it. Let's get to a V-sit. It'll take us to 12, 15. You can hold your hands up, fine. A little bit harder. Point your toes a little bit harder. Hopefully you're on something that's soft. Don't do this on the hardwood. Get a towel underneath you or on carpet. What did I say, 12, 15. Okay, so I'm really starting to feel it in my belly. Hard to balance for this long. That's okay. Whew, another 30 seconds almost, 25 seconds. All right, 15 left. Anybody can do it for 15. Keep it up. Especially when we get to 10, we'll count it down. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're going to do mountain climbers for 1 minute and 30. Let's wait until it gets to 12:30, and we'll go to 14. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Just get a nice steady pace going. If you want to just run in place, you can do this. This is easier for me because of my knee. So I would feel pain if I ran in place, but this, for some reason, doesn't cause any load bearing on my knee. So it's not a big deal. I'm still getting the cardio. I can feel 45 seconds left. See how it feels. See if you can get your awareness to how it feels. Okay, we've got about 25 seconds. Keep it up, a slow, steady pace. I think what we'll do is, we'll do another sun salutation. That'll be our yoga. And then we'll move into the cool down set. 3, 2, 1, excellent. Whew. Okay, take a deep breath in. Dive down. Touch your toes. Go to a chair pose. Let's go touch our toes again. Let your arms hang. Into a lunge. I'm going to put my left leg forward, knee on the ground. Come back, stretch out your hips. Okay, lean back a little bit. Into a plank. All right, slowly lower down. Into a cobra. Oh, good. Then back to a plank. Let's get the other leg forward. Stretch out. Okay, now Come back to downward facing dog. Bend your legs, straighten, step up, and let's do the cool down set, the easier set. Okay, I think I have, basically they're 45 or 30. Let's go with 30 seconds for each. Okay, let's start at, we'll start at 16:00. We'll just go 30 seconds for each exercise. And I think we'll call it a day at that point. Ready, 3, 2, 1. Let's get into a plank. See if you can stay with me. That middle set was pretty challenging. As you can see, 30 seconds ago, pretty quick. Okay, then we're going to get into, we'll do a sumo sit for 30. 3, 2, 1. Let's do a sumo sit, 30 seconds. Then we'll do a V-sit, 30 seconds. Let's mix it up. Let's go do a mountain climber right now. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Mountain climbers for 30, ready, go. And then we'll end it with a V-sit and just a couple stretches on the floor. Nice and slow. Let's just go slowly and just work our legs up to our knees. Five seconds, 2, 1, and get into a V-sit. Okay, I think we're not going to do a mindful sit today. If you're able to focus your awareness on how your body felt, that's a great way to do mindfulness. Okay, let's stay on the mat. Bring your legs in to a butterfly. Let's cool down here. A couple deep breaths. In through your nose, out through your nose. Okay, it's real important that you go out through your nose, even in through your nose, but I want you to go out through your nose. Let's sit tailor seat. Well, actually, sit back on your heels if you can. Okay, and I want you to breathe in slow and breathe out even slower. In slow, but out slower. And all through your nose. Okay, let's end it there. I like that workout, that was good. All right. I'll see you probably next week.